Hi, it's Shannon here with Carson.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you so much for being here.
This is like a workout. These
It
are
is.
very heavy, but
Yeah.
I love how old school they are.
That's why I'm so jacked.
And I feel like me too. Just this right shoulder. I feel like these would be good for ASMR.
Okay, let's do it.
Can you hear me?
Does this give you
Is
the
this getting
tingle?
weird yet?
I
Okay.
like that. I've always wanted to be good at that, but I don't think I
I'm
could
terrible
do it.
at it.
I feel like you'd be good at it.
I
You
feel
have
like
the
you
voice
need
for it.
nails to like
Yeah.
clickety clack on things. That always helps.
I don't have that. How has your time been here in Canada? You've been here for a little bit now.
I have. I've been here for 2 weeks, and it's been delightful. And I actually have a lot of Torontonian friends, so I got to catch up and go to restaurants and see some of my favorite people, and also work on Drag Race, which has been incredible.
Which is so exciting.
Yes.
How does being at Drag Race Canada, how does that compare to the States, especially when it comes to the queens and how they compete?
Oh, well, actually, and I've done some Drag Race versions all over the world. I did one in Bogota, Colombia, and of course in Los Angeles, and now here. And it's very weird because like the set kind of looks the same. And like you grab your coffee and you're in your cute outfit and they walk you to the stage. And I'm just like, wait, what country am I in? And then here they bring out the golden beaver and I'm just like, oh, we're in Canada. But the queens have been really good.
Yeah.
And I've been extremely impressed. And we've had some phenomenal ones come from Canada. You know, Brooklyn Heights was on the U.S. version, and Jimbo did All Stars, and then Canada versus the World. So we know that there's great drag talent here.
Yeah. How is their reaction to having you be a part of the show?
Well, we did a surprise. Like I did one of those walk-ins into the workroom, and the producers were like, they're going to gag and be gooped. And I was like, I hope they don't think I'm Anne Murray. And they didn't. We love Anne Murray, national treasure, Nova Scotia. Thank you. Yeah, they were excited to see me, so I was delighted.
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, they didn't go who, which was great.
That would be such a big fear. Well, obviously not for you.
I know.
but
No,
for
it
other
is
people to be
always.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you know who I am, right?
No, they were great.
Yeah.
They were great.
You have been such an icon in queer culture for such a long time.
Thank you.
Are you proud of yourself in that regard? Like, do you give yourself the credit that you deserve?
No, I don't think so, because it seems like too self-congratulatory. I'm just like a natural, like, no, it's not that big of a deal. It is very, very nice, I will say. Queer Eye started in 2003, so that was like 22 years ago. I was only 11. And now, fast forward 22 years later, I'm doing another iconically queer show, which is Drag Race. And the best part where you do feel like maybe you've been an icon, that's very strong language. But when you do feel good about yourself is when, I don't know, like a 20-year-old somebody will come up and say, oh my gosh, I came out because I felt comfortable from watching Drag Race. Or a 40-year-old says, I came out to my family in 2004 because I saw you on Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, and we all watched it as a family and we laughed and it felt safe. And I was able then to have a nice conversation with my family about who I am. That always like gives me goosebumps and I love it. So those moments I do realize that I think if you can go through life and realize that you've helped somebody have an easier life, that's a real accomplishment. So I'll take it.
Definitely, especially in a year like 2003 where there's such a lack of queer representation in media.
I know.
There was no one, I feel like, at that time.
There was Will and Grace, and there was Queer as Folk, and those are both iconic, amazing shows and did a tremendous amount to advance people's attitudes and awareness. But they weren't real people. They were characters, and I think the thing that was different about Queer Eye was that we were just, 5 gay men being themselves and being good at something. We were really good at our jobs, I think.
Yeah. Speaking of people giving you their coming out stories and sharing that with you, can you share your coming out experience with us?
Yes. The doctor slapped me and I was like, oh, wow, that was kind of hot. I think I'm gay. No. And he's a doctor. I had like a phased coming out. Like I did a soft opening in New York, and I moved to New York City right after college. But you kind of like tell some friends in college, and then when I moved to New York in 1991, it was a whole you can really invent yourself. So I, had lots of queer friends, and you build your community, so then you come out to them. And then I was a very late bloomer coming out to my own family, and it was literally like right before Queer Eye, and we were going to be on the cover of TV Guide, and I think that the headline was like, 2003's Queer Hot Summer, and I was like, oh, I better get home. And I did, and it was fine. But like so many LGBTQ people, it's very stressful, and you have to make sure that you have a support network, and that you feel safe and all of that. So I had a great experience, but I do know how difficult it can be even now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The movie Perfect Man.
Yes.
Is one of my favorite movies.
Stop it.
What do you remember most from?
I'm going to tell you.
Please.
We filmed that in Toronto.
Yes.
In 2004 maybe or something, with Hilary Duff and me and Heather Locklear, Caroline Ray, who's from Montreal, famous comedian, and Kim Whitley. Like, it was such a great cast. Chris Noth. I had never done a movie before. They put me at this, I think it was called the Sutton Place. Is that a hotel that's still here? Or the Sutton Plaza or something.
Yeah, okay.
I was very excited. My manager sent me flowers. I had never done a movie before. I was like, this is going to be great, but I was very nervous. And my first scene was like at 10 o'clock at night. They'd been shooting all day. It was with Chris Noth, who was just came off of Sex and the City as Mr. Big. I had a crush, and I played Lance, a possibly gay bartender.
Never confirmed.
Never confirmed.
No,
I hear he has a girlfriend from Ottawa. And in the first scene, my line is, don't worry about it. Let Lance take care of it. And I don't know. I just felt like I should go like this. I go, let Lance take care of it. And then they say, cut. And Chris Noth leaves. And I was like, that was great. And they're like, no, I don't think you were supposed to touch him. And I was like, what? Which I guess you're supposed to like say, I'm going to come in, I'm going to do this. But I didn't do that because I wasn't an actor. And then they said, that's a wrap for tonight. And I was like, oh my God, we've shut down production because I touched Chris Noth's chin without authorization. And then I went back to the Sutton Place or Sutton Plaza, and I was so freaked out, and I was exhausted, and I fell back on the bed without changing, like when you're just that tired. And then I woke up like at 3 a.m, and I had slept on the chocolates that were on the bed. So now there was a big brown swirl on the white duvet on the night that I shut down production. I was like, that's it. They're going to think I've pooped in the bed and I'm getting fired. But it didn't happen.
Neither of those
But
things.
instead we made a beautiful, fun, delightful movie, The Perfect Man. Check it out. It's available on Blu-ray.
Incredible.
And every once in a while I get a check for like $9.75.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love
as
that.
a memory.
You've also been on probably the most amount of unscripted shows.
I have done a lot.
Like, have you set a record at this point?
I don't know.
Do you think there's someone who has done more than you?
I should. Gosh, who could have done more than me? Snooki? I don't know.
Yeah,
but I have done
close.
them all. I've done The Apprentice and Big Brother and Dancing with the Stars and.
Yeah. Is there a show that you would do again, and also a show that you wouldn't do again?
Dancing with the Stars was so terribly difficult for me because I have no coordination. And like, I don't do math. And like, on the 8 count, you're going to do this. I'm like, where is the 8 count? And they're like, 8 ones. I was like, no. I literally wrote down like every dance. I was like, turn left, move 3 steps, turn right, do a circle. Like, I just can't think that way. So it was very challenging, but I would do it again because I met so many great friends. It was so fun. I had great costumes. And
people loved you on the show, too.
Yes. Big Brother, I would never do again. I shouldn't have done it the first time. It was torture.
Yeah.
So you don't have any books or pens or pencils. You're just locked in a house inside a soundstage 24 hours a day. Like, sleeping on television, no. Going to the bathroom on television, no. Waking up with your hair insane, no. So I wouldn't do that one again.
That's very fair. Can I give you some fashion trends that are trending right now? And can you give me your honest opinion on them?
Absolutely.
I knew it. Okay, perfect. What are your thoughts on boat shoes?
Boat shoes? I mean, like a Seabago or a Weejun or whatever. I think they're fine. They've been a classic. They've been around for forever. They're very LL Bean. They just have to be worn with the right look. Listen, almost everything is okay in the right situation, except for those new jeans that only have one leg. I have to say no.
Oh yeah, what is? I just saw that.
A terrible idea. That's what that is.
Yeah, I almost put that on this list, and I thought we don't even need to discuss.
Insane.
Yeah. What about a French tuck?
Oh, a French tuck. I mean, we've been kind of zhuzhing like that for years. Like I was a stylist for Ralph Lauren before I did TV, and you do like a half tuck. I don't call it a French tuck, and I also don't do the thing where one side is tucked in and then the entire shirt tail on the other side is tucked out. It has to be done correctly.
Yep, that's fair. What about horse girl fashion?
Well, horse girl fashion is iconic, and I'm a bit of a horse gal myself, but I think it's just a classic fashion kind of archetype, I guess, and we've seen it, since the dawn of time, Queen Elizabeth and Grace Kelly, and now, Gigi Hadid or Bella Hadid. I never know which one is which. It's just classic, jodhpurs or an Hermes scarf. You can't go wrong.
Yeah. What about ballerina core?
Ballerina core. Okay, I did watch one season of Bunheads, so I think I know this. I think it's very similar to Horse Girl, where it's like, something you're passionate about. I think probably wearing tutus around should probably stop when you're like 4, but otherwise, why not? Throw a bun in and live your best life.
I love that. And then barrel jeans.
Barrel jeans. So that's like a stovepipe jean.
Yeah, like the ones that go wide here.
Oh, they go wide and then they... Yeah. That's a terrible idea. Who wants to have wide-looking knees?
True.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
You heard it.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much
You're
for being
so
here.
welcome.
It's been such a pleasure.
Of course. And we just made The Perfect Man have a spike in sales today on the website.
It's going to be trending worldwide.
Absolutely. Let Lance take care of it.